Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Riki Raceway getting ready for race weekend number 34 as we get ready for a heat race number 1. Now, the last time we were at this track, the Code Red Series experienced a violent crash to Jim Morton that took his life due to injuries. Tonight I should say, we are here to celebrate his life and another driver's life that has passed away this season at Indianapolis, Philip Goldberg. So the Jim Morton Philip Goldberg 400 will be shown tomorrow. Will be happening tomorrow night. So the drivers here in heat number 1 trying to make the field and to show their respects to those drivers. 2 family members of Jim Morton are in the field, as well as a family member of Philip Goldberg. So let's go to them. Jim Morton III, starting on the outside row. In the back, you can see Carol Morton on the back on the inside, as well as Ben Goldberg beside her. So those drivers here to pay their respects, maybe try to get a win for their loved ones. For now, they got to try to focus on getting in the field. So 10 laps of racing here, no cautions. So we get ready to go racing. So 10 laps. The main race will be a 40-lap affair. Green flag is out. Heat race number 1 is underway. And now the walls may not look like it, but they do have safer technology all around this track. And they actually have double safer technology where Jim Morton and others hit that area coming out of the tri-oval. As Brandon Mellon takes the race lead. Lap 1 complete. This track has always been a bit of a roulette because you don't know when you can get to the inside and when you'll be stuck up on the outside. And it looks like we've already had some separation and we have already had a crash. Michael Naylor, Kate Rogers, Logan York, Austin Alves. Already a crash here tonight. Huge damage to them, and I fear they hit that area. You see May Ryder, Ben Goldberg slow as well. Carol Morton, Jim Morton III, Zachary Rogers, Tony Vieira, Nicholas Samudio separated from the main pack. This could be a tricky weekend for some of these drivers. And it does not look like they hit that area of the wall. We will have to take a look at the replay after the race is over. We have 24 cars up to speed right now. Ben Goldberg in 25th, May Ryder 26th. Beeson is 3 wide. Brandon Mellon continues to lead the race. These 4 drivers not going to make the show. And it always happens in the tri-oval, it seems. We've had problems in coming out of turn 2. But there's always something about coming out of the tri-oval that seems to hurt these drivers a lot. Mostly single file now. We don't really see this a lot. Ryan Shea getting a push from Micah Kidney. Corando and Brenda Rogers. So they're actually doing a pretty decent job of keeping it clean now. But probably a huge crash for those involved. Kate Rogers, Logan York, Michael Naylor, and Austin Alves. As Brandon Mellon continues to lead. May Ryder and Ben Goldberg are definitely going to need some help. So definitely a tough show for them. Hopefully they're okay, as we have not yet seen the crash. So we have 5 laps to go for Brandon Mellon still out front. Brenda Rogers, Peggy Bowling, Michael Cavanero, Adam Rogers, Steve Carvalho on the inside line. As the field for Season 7 has been set. Now, I don't have a list yet. I haven't written one down. But with that said, there will not be teams next season. There will be alliances in a way, but there will not be teams. As Brendan Rogers moves to the inside, it's going to take the race lead away from Brandon Mellon. And are these drivers going to catch maybe May Ryder and Ben Goldberg? Is a question to ask. I don't think they will, but it's questionable. Michael Cavanero to the inside line now. They'll probably catch May Ryder if they catch her at all. Now Adam Rogers to the inside. Adam coming back. Chris Caranda will be driving the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew Chevrolet. And then Robert Rogers will be going to the 78 Chevrolet. But not many well-known veterans going to be coming back to the Cup Series. Now, some of the Cup drivers that are not going to be racing Cup next year, they're saying they're done with Cup, could end up going to race in the Code Red Series. One of those drivers could be Steve Carvalho, as he's had a very successful career, and he's just probably maybe done with Cup Series racing. 2 laps to go here, as they're starting to get a little more racy 3-wide action going on. As we watch the back, I believe 21st is Tony Green right now. So kind of have to watch the back, but they're 3 wide up here as Caranda takes the lead, and they will catch May Ryder. Now Kerry Davis to the inside. Chloe Baker to the inside. Baker going to be running the number 91 BuzzFeed Chevrolet. Oh, are they going to catch May Ryder here? If they catch her at the end, this could be very, very interesting. Oh, yes, they're going to catch the number 36. Oh, boy. Michael Parker's going around the outside. He'll take the win. May Ryder blocking all lanes. 3 wide for second place. Missing the field, Andrew Rich misses his first race in a while. Scott Greeny, Carol Morton going to miss as well. But wow, Andrew Rich will miss his first race, and that will make Zachary Rogers, who finishes 11th, the driver that has made the most races this season at 31. So before we go to heat number 2, let's see what happened to Austin Alves, Kate Rogers, Logan York, and Michael Naylor. Well, guys, kind of had a feeling this was going to be a bad one. You see Naylor's going to get into the 40 here, and he's trying to save it, Somehow Peggy Bowling does not get hit there. And then, oh my goodness, and look at that. 39 car goes flying in the air. Austin Alves ends up doing a barrel roll down into turn 1, and he's barrel rolling at 150 plus miles per hour. Car ends up back on 4 wheels and hits the wall at 120 head on into the wall. Let's take a look at this full speed for you guys to see this. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness we have safer barrier technology. We're going to go on board with all these drivers here. So let's start with Austin Alves, since we're on him. Cockpit camera. Very bad hits there for the 16. Alrighty. So next we're going to go on board with Logan York. These will all be cockpit cams. So on board with the 40 now, and he just had to check up for some reason. That is a hard impact for the 40 car. Now I will be taking a closer look at these all super slow-mo. And then I will let you guys know in Heat 2 on the condition of these drivers. Those are some really hard impacts, even with safer barriers. And what the fridge? Oh, okay, there's 39. There's nowhere for Kate Rogers to go. Alright guys, we'll see you for Heat 2 and the condition of these 4 drivers. Hey guys, back here at Riki Raceway, getting ready for Heat Race number 2. All those drivers that were involved in that crash in Heat 1, Michael Naylor, Logan York, Austin Alves, Kate Rogers, they are all A-OK. Safer barrier technology and double safety protections on the cars. Really helped out. Now let's get you to Heat number 2. Now, Jim Morton III made the race. Carol Morton, Ben Goldberg did not. James Morton, you'll see he's on the outside in row number 5. Trying to make the race too. Give respect to his father, Jim. So as we get ready to go green, Torrey Travis, Nathan Rogers on the front row. You got Caleb Hoffman, Eric Harala, row 2. Ace Rogers, Peyton Goodwin, row 3. Mike Mellon, Michael Santos, row 4, with Robert Rogers and James Morton, row 5. Robert Rogers going to drive the 78 Furniture Row Chevrolet next season as the green flag drops. On the way in Heat number 2. Now, we saw that the crash happened in the back of the field. Will we see another crash in this heat? As they are already over 200 miles per hour. Caleb Hoffman, huge push from Eric Harala to the race lead. And they're getting 3 wide already, guys. You got to be careful. That is the thing that causes them to crash most of the time. It's the 3 wide. As Caleb Hoffman will take the lead for the first lap. And I will be watching the bottom corners of the screens just to see if we get a glimpse of if anybody wrecks at all. And now Mike Mellon going to peek to the inside. Robert Rogers going with him. Robert had a good race last week. He's going to make it 3 wide now for the lead. John Linares pushing him. Allison Rogers, Keith Rich. Sam Rogers, Michael Amato, Kevin Peel, Nick Pericles inside line. Caleb Hoffman dropping really fast all of a sudden. Looks like he got loose. And he had to check up entering turn number 1. As now Allison peeks to the inside of John Linares. No crashes yet. Now let's hope it stays that way as they're 2 by 2 all around. Keith Rich going to move to the race lead. Sam Rogers had a shot at a win last week. Bad pit stop definitely cost him a chance. Chicago's not an easy place to make passes at. Peyton Goodwin came away with his 2nd win of the year. Now Sam to the inside. Allison gets really loose. But they're back to 2 wide now as Sam Rogers takes the race lead. Here comes Amato with teammate Kevin Peeler. So Amato up to the lead. Michael Santos, one of those big drivers that has not won a race this year. Now, he probably would have won it at Phoenix, but Michael Naylor pitted 1 lap later than him, and that allowed him to make the pass which got Naylor his first win on the season. Naylor has won since then. I forget where. As we are still clean racing. 30 cars on the track with 5 laps to go. Santos to the lead. Karen Vieira in second place now. Colby Alves moving up. Colby to drive the number 6 for Roush Fenway next season. If we're going to count teams or not, we will probably have teams, even though their number styles might not be the same. Karen Vieira will move up. Karen not racing next season in the Cup Series. Might race in the Code Red Series, but a lot is undecided on these drivers. As now Greg Lyons will make it 3 wide. Lyons will be back in the 21 next season. Season 4 champion, still winless in his career. Now Eric Corrala is not racing next season. He was not able to find the ride quick enough, so we might see him down in Code Red as well. A lot of drivers up here could end up being in the Code Red Series now. Once you've gone Cup full time, you are not a rookie in any series below you. So Eric's still in the race lead now. We are still got 30 cars on the track. Torrey Travis at the back of the field. Where is James Morton? James on the inside up here, continuing to move up. Nico Tringali moving up. Dylan Young on the bottom. Dylan Young going to be back next season in the number 2, going back to Ford. 2 laps to go, and they have kept it clean. Clean and green. As Dylan Young moves to the lead, we saw the crazy finish in heat race number 1, and it's good to see them racing clean now in heat 2 because this shows that we could have a nice caution-free race in the main. Dylan trying to block Robert, not going to happen. As they'll come to the white flag, can they make it one more time around here? Heat race number 2, white flag is out as Mike Mellon peeks to the inside. Dylan Young had to slam on the brakes a bit. And now Allison to the inside. James Morton, Alan Cavanero. And what would it mean to James Morton to win here this weekend? Allison moves up. Alan still pushing the 5. James Morton to the inside for the race lead here. It might just be a heat race, but it's still his father's sponsored weekend. And coming to the line, James Morton's going to win heat number 2. What a story there. James winning heat number 2. That one's for you, Dad. Drivers not making the race. Peyton Goodwin, Caleb Hoffman, Kevin Peeler, Torrey Travis, Benjamin Dion, Ace Rogers, Michael Rogers, Zachary Fitzwater, and Sam Rogers. So with that said, we will see you guys for the Jim Morton Philip Goldberg 400 tomorrow night here at Riki Raceway.